one thing I want to bring up is why I'm gonna start posting these videos onto the Crappy Kids page on the Instagram, YouTube, maybe in Facebook. I don't know. Either way, um, and you might be wondering, like, what does that have to do with poop stickers and the poop brand in general? Like, why am I showing you guys uh, my thrift store shopping, flipping hobby that I do on the brand page? And what does that have to do with any kind of Crappy Kids branding? Basically, the way I see it, and this is just my basic strategy of how I do social media and just media in general. um, the way I view my brand and my company, I guess, is basically it's more of like Crappy Kids is like a media company, like something like a Disney, uh, Nickelodeon, a Fox, or something like that. Not saying like I'm one of those companies, like I'm really small, but the way I view brands is basically um, we are a media company and we just so happen to sell stickers or products. So it's kind of like thinking of yourself as a network television or a network station, like a Disney Channel or a Nickelodeon. You have your basic hub, what a Cartoon Network is, and they have shows in Cartoon Network. So you have stuff like Rick and Morty, Dexter's Lab back in the day, all of that. Um, and then the media company would sell you on products, either ads or um, Dexter's Lab stuff, Rick and Morty stuff, I guess. Not necessarily like they're getting the profit from directly from the Rick and Morty DVDs and all that, whatever. Or the DVDs, they do get profits, whatever. But like the merchandise and stuff like that, Cartoon Network doesn't really get a direct profit, I guess, from it. But um, what I'm trying to say is basically, if you create a media company, your brand becomes like a media company. You don't think of it just as a product company. You can kind of do whatever you want to do on there. So it also provides the fans and the viewers, I guess, some form of like entertainment and stuff, on your page. It's not necessarily you just posting every single time like, hey, buy this. Hey, I got this new t-shirt, or I got this new drop. Sorry, my phone cut off. Yeah, basically, you know, you want to be known as like a media company, so something like a Cartoon Network or a Nickelodeon. So basically, you're the basis of it. So like Crappy Kids would be Cartoon Network or something. Then I have like shows that I can do in between, stuff like our Twitch stream with Zales, Cynic Fash 808. I can do this show of like thrifting and showing you guys how to like pick up some cool games and stuff like that, and just flip it and stuff. And it's just my hobby, so if you guys want to know more about that. And also I can do like the podcasts, things like that. I can do just a bunch of different things. You don't want to limit yourself to just like, I'm only selling product, I'm only doing this, I can only show photos of like models and t-shirts, whatever, like that. I mean, you could, if you want to bring up that image of your brand and stuff like that, you want to show like that's how you want your brand to be perceived. Yeah, you can do that too. Like, it's worked for a lot of people. I have a bunch of friends that only do that, and they're way more successful than I am. But like, there is no correct way to basically run a brand per se. But the way I like to view my brand is basically it's just this one big name or holding company thing, whatever, Crappy Kids. And in between there, in like trickling down, I can do whatever I kind of want with the name and the brand. So that's why basically, like, I feel for me, it's good to just like branch out and do different things on your channel, your page. You don't have to stick to only one thing. Like, if you only draw art, or you do only drawings, like, you don't only have to do that. Show people, if you want to show people like what else you do, because you never know if those type of interests that you show will be relevant in terms of like a fan or a customer, you know, saying like hey, I remember that game. Like, you know, if I pick up something on a thrift store buy or something like that, and a customer is like, or a fan is like, oh, I remember that game, you know, like that brings back so many memories, and they're just watching your YouTube channel or video, and it brings them back the memories, and eventually it'll lead up to hopefully something like you release a sticker or a product that's like related to something that you got or whatever, or they just get more value out of like the videos that you post, and eventually in the long run they'll be like hey, you know, I've been watching this guy's videos for so long, maybe it's time I'll just pick up a sticker or I'll pick up something, you know. And you never know, just those little things that you do adds up basically to like a sale in the long term, you know. And you know, and you know, I'm just having fun doing this, you know, making content for you guys. If you guys want to watch it and stuff, I don't mind, and I'm just having fun, you know. I've always wanted to just, you know, basically do stuff like this. Half of it is like I'm kind of scared to like, or I'm just kind of shy and ashamed to like, you know, bring out a camera, whip out my phone camera on a tripod that I have right now, and just walk around and start filming. You know, you kind of get like looks of people like looking at you like, oh, what is this guy doing? What is he filming? Is he filming me? Stuff like that. And I get it, it's hard. I mean, I understand completely like how vloggers feel now that, you know, like it's kind of like it's hard, man. I get it. Vlogging, like you feel ashamed to just like record, you know, you want to be private. But you know, I just thought it would be fun to show you guys like what I look through when I go shopping or thrift shopping and stuff, what I try to look for. And yeah, hopefully that'll like, hopefully you guys like will enjoy watching it and stuff. But yeah, other than that, like, you know, I'd like to say that just start creating, you know. Don't be afraid to branch out. If you think your brand is just one thing, like you can always just change it to whatever you want. It doesn't matter what people tell you it should be. And you know, and that's one thing that's always been interesting to me, is when people try to like put people in a box or something, like, hey, you can only do this, hey, you can only draw this type of characters, or hey, why are you posting about like boba or something, like why are you talking about it in a podcast? It has nothing to do with poop or anything, you know. Like, and I always found that funny. It's like it's not necessarily we're only allowed to do that, you know. You shouldn't be allowed to just stay in your lane or something like that. You can do whatever you technically want, and at the end of the day the audience will tell you whether or not you should continue doing it or not. So, you know, like I could start this whole series, this vlog series, and it'll tank, who knows, maybe like nobody will watch it, I'll get like 5 views or something, and that will show me that maybe I should change it up, do something different. But starting it versus not doing anything at all is way more, you know what I mean? Like I'd rather just start something, figure out like YouTube. I've never done YouTube before. Figure that out and learn from it, because eventually in the future, if something comes up, I need to make videos and upload and all that, the skills that I learned from doing all these videos now, I'll be able to apply it later. And you know, so basically I just want people to like not feel like they're boxed in. You can only stay in your lane, you can only do one thing. Do whatever the hell you want, like it don't matter, like, you know, like the audience will find you and you'll find your audience. And I just hope I encourage more people to do that, because I'm just trying to do stuff, you know, random things. I just want you guys to go out, just start creating. Be creative. Don't let people tell you whether or not you can or can't do it. Screw them, just do it. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is yourself, your own opinion, and your own happiness, whether or not you want to do it or not, you know, if that makes you happy. I have tons of fun doing this thrift shopping stuff, or flipping, whatever, you know, getting deals. I mean, I spend a bunch and it's kind of crazy the amount I spend sometimes, but I get that weird kind of like high or excitement when I like see a game that I remember like from way back and I never owned it, and I pick it up and like I get it for like a good deal. And like the money, the margins don't matter to me too much. Like sometimes I'll see like a $3 game and it only goes for like 15-10 bucks on eBay or whatever, and I'll still pick it up because I'm like, yo, that's like an extra 10 bucks or so, you know, like. And and it's just weird, like I get excited on that versus like something like, hey, if I sold out all my stickers or something, and that makes me a grand or so, like I get more excited on like finding like a $3 game that I later find out that I can flip it for like 60 bucks, and that's more exciting to me. And I don't know, it's just weird, and I have fun doing it, you know. So like I feel like you guys should just put stuff out there that you feel you have fun doing, and more people will enjoy watching you do it. So I don't know, we'll see how this goes. This is just a, like, you know, experiment. I'm always experimenting, doing different things, and I hope you guys will continue to watch this vlog series.